Hi and welcome. Today we are 13 days in our 30-day to more energy challenge. And as I promised you yesterday in my blog post, I'm going to share some information and tip around something that really can drain almost everybody's lives. And I know a lot of people who are struggling with this. And uh, so let's just say what it is. It's economy. You know, your private economy, not the world crisis that is going on, even though that can affect it. But right now I'm talking about your private economy, and having debt and all that worry about money can really drain your energy. And today I'm going to talk about a book that I'm very fond of, and I've read it lots of times. Maybe you know it. This here I have it in Danish, and it's The Richest Man in Babylon. I don't know if you recognize this cover. I don't know if this is how it looks in on Amazon or wherever. But if you haven't read The Richest Man in Babylon yet, you should. But I'm going to share some of the tips from the book with you here today to solve this economy energy drain problem. And to do that, we need a pen and a piece of paper. So I'll see you on the I'll see you in the piece of paper where I'm going to do the exercise. See you in a bit. Okay, so the first part of this exercise actually doesn't come from the book, but this is something that everybody know they should do, but rarely do. It's actually making a budget, and it doesn't have to be like in every detail. But in order to get a clear picture of what is going on, you need actually to make a budget, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to put in your income, and if you're alone, it's only your income. But if you have like if you're husband and wife, you need to put both of them, husband, wife, and also if you have additional income, like if you rent out a house or have income from a company or tax, not taxes of course, but stocks of course. So if you have stocks coming in also, then you need to put down each of the monthly income. And in the other column you need to have what your expenses are. And you should put everything down, but in chunks, like household, car, kids, and etc. And what you then do, of course, you put down each of the amounts. I recommend that you for at least 1 month save all your receipts, so you can see what your money actually spent on, and put them in some kind of Excel sheet or something. And you might get surprised that actually, when I did this, I was very surprised how much money I spent on candy, for instance. I got a little more detailed than this, and I spent a lot on candy. It's when you buy it, it's no big deal, but in a month, it can really amount to something. And make sure that you put down almost exact numbers, so that you can. It may vary from month to month, but try to get an average. And then you have a total income and a total expense for the month, and this should balance out or maybe even have a little more here. But if you don't, if you have one of these dreaded debt problems that really are pushing you, and if you have money trouble and you're getting drained from it, probably have one of these. I have one of these, so I know what I'm talking about. And if this is not balanced, if there's too much over here, then we have to do something about it. And what you can do is either increase your income or cut down on your expenses. And one of the posts that are really draining are the debt posts. So let's see what we can do to cut down the expenses here, or at least get this under control. So we get another piece of paper, and this exercise is from the Richest Man in Babylon book. So what the book wants you to do is actually take your income and divide it in 10 parts. And we can make a little drawing here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you know, have it divided into 10 parts. And then the book suggests that the first thing you should do with your income, and this is after taxes. Okay, after tax. Then you should take 1/10 of your income and pay yourself. This should be into a savings account. And maybe you are just wondering if you have debt and have problem paying off your debt, how can you put in anything in your savings account? But this is a major part of this. You really have to do this because you have to have like a buffer. And I'll show you how to get rid of the debt next. Because then the book suggests that you use 2/10 to pay off your creditors. And it suggests that you make a list of your creditors, listing the smallest ones first. Like I have 2 creditors. I had some debt from when I was studying, so I have like $10,000 worth of debt from this borrowing from the banks actually, while I was studying. And number 2, we just bought a house, and that is like $200,000. So then you can use your 2/10 income to pay off these creditors. And you can either start off by paying the smallest one first, or you can divide the money between them. Make arrangements to say, well, tell your creditors, this is what I have to give, and you know, I have all these creditors that needs to get their money, so I can only pay you this amount, and make some deals with them. Then you have the rest, which is 7/10, and from that you need to that is for everything else, like paying your rent, paying your car, you know, vacations, all of that. That is what you have to live on. And if you can't do that, then you have to cut down on your expenses. And sometimes you realize that you need to do radical changes in order to make this happen. And you shouldn't put on blindfolds and just keep going the way you've been doing. You need to address this problem, or you will never be free. And this will always be a drainer on your life. And we won't. I won't live like that, and I hope you won't do it too. So try to make this work by cutting really down on your expenses and then using this system. And when you finally get paid off your creditors, then what some people do is take these 2/10 and put it into just your normal day, your expenses. But you've been living without these 2/10 for a long time at this point. And what I really recommend that you do is put it to your savings. And then you can start using your savings to make you money, you know, get your money to work for you. So by, you know, investing, not all of it, but maximum 2/10 of it. So you still have the 1/10 coming in every month, and in this account, this is your safe account, you know. And then maximum invest 2/10 of the money when you have paid off your creditors. So this was a little tip for getting your money worries and money drainers, get rid of that in your life, and you can really improve your life. And I hope that you don't have as much debt as I have, but eventually, you know, if this takes me 30 years, I can do this, because I can manage living on 2/10 of my income, or I will make sure that I can. And if not, if I want more out of life, then this is where I should focus on increasing my income. And of course that is what I'm trying to do. So also, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and please leave a comment on my blog if you have any tips on this. I'm not an expert in this area, but if you have any tips, please do share, and I look forward to seeing you in the next tip video tomorrow. Bye for now.